Tom Hardy sat in the green room of ABC Studios, the air thick with the scent of stale coffee and fresh makeup. His hands, calloused from years of method acting prep, boxing gloves, weights, whatever the role demanded, fidgeted with the cuff of his black leather jacket. He wasn't nervous, at least, that's what he told himself. This was just another promo stop for his latest film, Shattered Mirrors, a gritty drama about a man unraveling under the weight of unspoken trauma. But as he glanced at the monitor showing the live feed of The View, Whoopi Goldberg's voice boomed through the speakers, wrapping up a segment on celebrity scandals. And folks, remember, the truth always comes out, whether you're ready or not. The audience laughed. Tom felt a knot tighten in his stomach. He didn't know why he agreed to this. Or maybe he did. The stage manager poked her head in, her headset crackling. "Mr. Hardy? You're up in two." He nodded, standing tall at 5 feet 9 inches, his broad shoulders filling the doorway as he followed her down the fluorescent-lit hall. The studio hummed with energy, cameras whirring, audience murmuring. He stepped onto the set, the bright lights hitting him like a spotlight interrogation. Whoopi rose from the round table, her dreads swaying as she extended a hand. "Tom Hardy, everyone. The man who makes brooding look like an art form." The crowd erupted in applause. Tom forced a grin, shaking hands with the co-hosts, Joy Behar cracking a joke about his tattoos, Sarah Haynes complimenting his accent. But as he settled into the guest chair, he caught Whoopi's eye. There was something sharp there, a glint that said this wasn't just chit-chat. Tom had always been private. Born Thomas Hardy in Hammersmith, London, 1977, to a bohemian artist mother and a novelist father who split early. Addiction battles in his 20s, booze, drugs, the works, clean now for over a decade. Married twice, a son from his first, another child with his current wife, Charlotte. He'd built a fortress around his personal life, letting roles like Bane or Venom do the talking. But Shattered Mirrors was different. He'd produced it, poured his soul into the script about a father hiding abuse from his past. "It's inspired by real stories," he'd say in interviews, dodging the personal angle. Why was he here, on a daytime talk show known for hot takes and viral moments? Publicity, sure. But deep down, maybe he wanted to test the waters, see if he could crack open without breaking. The segment started light. Whoopi leaned in, her voice warm like aged whiskey. "Tom, this film, it's raw. What's it like playing a guy who's carrying all this baggage?" Tom chuckled, rubbing his beard. "It's cathartic, you know? We all have shadows. The trick is facing them without letting them define you." The audience nodded approvingly. Sarah jumped in, "And those action scenes. How do you stay in shape?" He flexed playfully, earning laughs. But then Joy steered it. "Speaking of shadows, Tom, you've been open about your recovery. Does that inform the role?" He paused, sipping water. "Absolutely. Addiction's a beast. But I've got my family now, my rock." He thought of Charlotte back home, pregnant with their third. Stable. Safe. That's when the balance shifted. Whoopi adjusted her glasses, her expression shifting from host to inquisitor. "Family's everything, right? But in the film, your character's hiding something big from his kids. Abuse from his own childhood. Is that drawn from life, Tom?" "We've heard whispers." The studio fell into a hush, the kind where you could hear the AC humming. Tom's jaw tightened. "Whispers? What whispers?" He'd never gone public with it. His mind raced back, a tabloid rumor years ago, dismissed as fiction. But Whoopi wasn't letting go. "Come on, we're all friends here. Sharing helps others." The audience leaned forward, phones out, ready for the clip. Tom's pulse quickened. He glanced at the exit, but the cameras pinned him. "Internal storm, don't crack." "Not here." But the words slipped out, defensive. "Whoopi, that's personal. The film's about universal pain, not my bio." She tilted her head, sympathetic yet probing. "Universal? Sure. But authenticity sells tickets. And helps heal." Joy chimed in, "It's brave to talk about it. Sarah nodded. The co-hosts were allies now, or were they? Tom felt cornered, like in a ring with no ropes. This was the conflict, the system's hunger for vulnerability versus his right to privacy. Social drama at its finest, celebrity as spectacle. As the commercial break hit, Tom stood, pacing backstage. His agent, Mark, was there, scrolling his phone. What the hell? She ambushed you. Tom waved him off. It's fine. Just unexpected. But it wasn't. Deep down, he knew shows like this thrived on raw moments. Back on set, the tension simmered. Whoopi steered back. Okay, let's talk craft. How'd you prepare? Tom relaxed a fraction, describing method acting, isolating himself for weeks, journaling nightmares. But then, a curveball, an audience member raised her hand. Tom, I love your work. But as a survivor myself, does playing this role feel like exploiting trauma? The question hung, electric. Tom's breath caught. Exploiting? He'd donated proceeds to charities, but doubt crept in. Was he? The wave built. Whoopi amplified, great point. Tom, is it therapy or business? He shifted, sweat beading under the lights. Internal monologue, tell them. Or don't. What's the cost? It's both, he admitted. I drew from my own stuff. My dad wasn't around much, but when he was. He trailed off. The audience gasped softly. Revelation 1, not just addiction, but hints of neglect. Whoopi pressed gently, go on. But Tom deflected with a joke, let's not turn this into therapy hour. Laughter, pause. Then rise again, a clip played from the film, his character screaming at a mirror. That rage, Whoopi said. Where's it from? Tom's hands clenched. Micro detail, his knuckles whitening, veins pulsing. Minutes ticked. The segment stretched, producers signaling to extend. Another audience question, Tom, with fame, do you worry about your kids inheriting your pain? His eyes flickered, Charlotte's ultrasound photo in his wallet. Every day. Vulnerability leaked. Whoopi shared her own story, I get it. Grew up tough. But hiding? That's the killer. Empathy, or trap? Tom nodded, but inside, she's right. But why here? Doubt shifted, who was the antagonist? Whoopi, pushing for truth? Or him, for hiding? Social clash, Hollywood's gloss versus raw humanity. Tension crested. A producer whispered to Whoopi via earpiece. She nodded, then, Tom, we have a surprise. Someone who wants to weigh in. The doors opened. In walked Rachel, his ex-wife from 2004, the one he'd married young, divorced quick. The audience buzzed. Tom's face drained. What? Plot twist, Rachel, now an advocate for mental health, had been invited. Tom, she said, voice steady, taking a seat. I saw the film. It's our story, isn't it? The studio froze. Internal, no. Yes. Shit. Years ago, their marriage crumbled under his addictions, but she'd never gone public. Now, here? Dialogue sharpened. Rachel, this isn't the place, Tom muttered, voice low. She leaned in, you made it public with the movie. The fights, the blackouts, it's all there. Whoopi mediated, whoa, let's talk healing. But Rachel pressed, he left me broken, then got clean for someone else. Tom's eyes welled. Shame burned. I was a mess. I'm sorry. But dragging this out? Audience divided, some murmured sympathy, others whispered judgment. Wave peak, ethical dilemma. Was Tom the victim of his past, or perpetrator? Moral gray, fame amplifies pain, but does it excuse? Narrative paused. A moment of complete silence, cameras rolling, but no one spoke. Tom's breathing echoed in his ears, heavy, ragged. The clock ticked audibly. Time stopped, the weight of eyes crushed him. Then, outburst, fine. Yes, I was abused as a kid. Dad hit me when he drank. I became him with you, Ratch. Happy now? His voice cracked, tears streaming. Emotional explosion, cry of epiphany, shame raw. The audience gasped. Rachel softened, I forgive you. But own it. Whoopi touched his arm, that's brave. Climax hit. Tom faced the choice, bolt or stay. He stayed, wiping his face. I didn't want this. But maybe it's time. Dialogue short, why now? He asked Rachel. For our son, she replied. Twist deepened, their son, Louis, watching from home? No, Louis was in the audience, 18 now, standing. Dad. Tom's world shattered. Unannounced, Louis had come. I'm proud, the boy said, hugging him on stage. Perception flip, Tom not villain, but flawed father seeking redemption. Audience tears flowed. Resolution loomed. The segment wrapped, Whoopi concluding, folks, this is real life. Messy, but human. Applause thundered, but incomplete. Rachel and Tom exchanged numbers off camera, a tentative truce. No neat bow, wounds lingered. Back in the green room, Tom sat alone, staring at his phone. Charlotte texted, saw it. Love you. Relief, but guilt nod. Society's gaze, healing or exploitation? The show aired, clips viral. Discussions raged, was it staged? Therapeutic? Tom walked out into New York rain, hood up. Internal thought, we chase the spotlight, but it burns. What if the real drama is turning it off? And in that quiet aftermath, a question hung, in a world devouring confessions, who's left to protect the confessor? Or do we all just watch, relieved it's not us?